pennies upstairs. He said he ready to go.
He found them 2 pennies quick. She thought he'd be up there another 2 to 3 days.
He ain't never stopped talking about it. He anxious to get his soul washed.
He must have done something real bad if he that anxious.
I don't know what he done. All I know is he said he ready to go.
Hey, Solomon, come on in. You look like you ready to make that trip.
Yeah, I'm on my way back down to Alabama. I just wanted to stop and say goodbye.
Oh, Aunt Esther's up in her room. She getting ready to take Citizen to the city of bones. She said don't disturb until she's ready.
Well, hey, Black Mary, how much I owe you for writing that letter for me?
You don't owe me nothing.
Nah. You gotta take something. I got to show my appreciation. I appreciate it.
Give me a dime.
I thought you were gonna say nickel.
Give me a dime.
I went and saw Jefferson Culpeper. I told him I hope he's still here when I get back.
How old is Jefferson Culpeper?
He ain't but 72. I'm 67. He ain't been eating right. He ain't been eating right since his wife died.
But which way you go?
Oh, I figure I'm gonna go through West Virginia. See if I can get through Wheeling by Morton. I'll see if I can pick up some help while I'm on the road.
I'll stay away from them cities. It'll be easier. You get yourself down to Georgia and make your way over from there. I'd stay out of Birmingham and Bobby.
They probably got all that blocked off anyway, so. Hey, Citizen Barlow! I hear you going to the City of Bones. I've been to the City of Bones. It's something like you ain't never seen. A whole city and a half mile filled with bones. All types of bones. They got leg bones, they got arm bones, they got head bones. It's a beautiful city. That's where I'm going. When I die, I know where I'm going. They got 12 gates, and it has 12 gatekeepers. That's what I always wanted to be, a keeper of the gate.
After I found my 2 pennies, I came past the mill. I seen it burnt down. It still has smoke coming out of it.
That's that tin. Most people don't know that tin will burn. It'll burn faster than paper. Hope we learned that during the Civil War. I seen it happen.
I stole the mill some money.
You ain't got to worry about paying it no more.
Shoot, making the people always worse than slavery.
Ain't nothing worse than slavery. I should know. I was there. Dark was the night and cold was the ground. Hey, here, look. Look at this. Look at that. That's my good luck piece. That piece of chain used to be around my ankle. They tried to chain me down, but I beat them on that one. I say I'm going to keep this to go and remember them by. I've been lucky ever since. I beat them on many things. I beat them when I got away. I had some people who helped me. They looked out for me. They showed me the way. Made it all the way up into Canada. There were 8 of us. I was right there in Canada. In 1857, I stood right there in Freedom Land. That's what they call it, Freedom Land. I looked around and I asked, what is there for me? I didn't see anything. I tried to feel different, but I couldn't. So I just sat there and cried. I ain't cried since my daddy knocked me down for crying when I was 10 years old. I breathed in real deep to go and taste the air to see if it tastes different. It ain't taste no different. The man which brought us over the border started talking to us, and I just sat there and cried some more. I told him I didn't feel right. I didn't feel right being in freedom while my mama and everybody else still in bondage. I said, I'm going back with you. After that, I went and joined the Underground Railroad. Hey, take a look. Look at this. That's 62 notches. That's 62 people that I went and led to freedom. I was looking to go and make it 63 before Abraham Lincoln changed all of that. Hit him and General Grant. No, I never did join the Union Army, but I knew where to go. I showed them all around. Me and Eli, We worked together many a time.
All right. You had to know all the routes if you wanted to go up to Canada. All right. We'd be down in the swamp, and you would hear the call.
Sounds like an owl.
3 times.
Then we knew they had made it through.
Sometimes we'd hear the dogs right behind. See, we'd hook up and get the runaways from the other conductor. See, he just passed Mo. Otherwise, he don't hook up with us. He got to come out his own section. He got to carry him far. Maybe he don't know the woods as much as he do his own section. That makes it slower going. All the time, the dog's right behind you. All the time, you got to keep going.
See, I was what you call the drag man. I was the one who guarded the rear. You had to fight many a time. Look at that. I done been bit by dogs 9 times. Look at my leg. Look at my arm. My arm, I got a big piece of my arm missing. A muscle and everything. I told myself I was lucky. It was a good thing I found that cure though. Otherwise, I'd have to kill every dog I see.
All right. He'd hook up with us and pass them up. And for the next 200 miles, they'd be ours. And it'd be just that way till you get to freedom.
Till you in Canada, you can't stay in the North. You liable to go and end up right back in the South in slavery with half a foot and waving one arm.
And go that way many a time. You got to get out of this country to get to freedom. You got to get up to Canada.
They got some civilized people up there. I see them. They white as cotton. They got big smiles on their face. They shake your hand and go and say, welcome. Don't never let nobody go and tell you they ain't no good white people. They got some good white people down here too, but they got to fight the law. Up in Canada, they don't have to fight the law. But down here, it's a war.
It's a war. And you always on the battlefield.
And the field of battle is always blood. It's always blood. It can't be no other way.
The only thing you don't want to be is the corpse. You don't want it to be your blood.
Ain't no sense in you getting mad that it's rough out here. It's supposed to be rough out here. You ain't supposed to get mad when you see a little blood. I found out that you can bleed and you didn't have to die. I said, this is too good to be true. Since then, I ain't never been afraid to go and give up some blood. I said, you gonna have to kill me. I can give up some blood all day long if it just keeps coming back. See, your blood is like a river that'll never stop until you dead. Life's got lots of comebacks, but death ain't got no comebacks. That's the only way life makes sense. Otherwise, nothing counts.
Go and get you a drink. Any man going to the city of Barlow deserves a drink.
That boy too young to go and drink some whiskey. You need to give it to him out of a teaspoon.
I drink whiskey.
So live, that when thy summons comes to join the innumerable caravan which moves to the mysterious realm where each shall take his chamber to the silent halls of death, thou go not, like the quarry slave at night, scourged to his dungeon, sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust. Approach thy grave like one who wraps the cloth of his drapery about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. That was W.C. Bryton. I learned that poem when I was 14 years old.
Thou go not, like the quarry slave at night, scourged by his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by his unfaltering trust. Approach thy grave like the one that wraps the drapery of his cloth about it, lies down to pleasant dreams. You die by how you live.
You know, they never did make emancipation what they said it was. People say Jesus turned water into wine. What you look like telling them that it's the wrong kind? Hell, maybe it was the wrong kind. If you're going to do something, make sure you're going to do it right. You know, I said that I can't keep just walking around collecting dog shit while the people is out there drowning. The people is drowning in their sorrow and in their grief. That's a mighty big ocean out there. They got the law tied to their toe. Every time they try and swim up, the law keeps pulling them right back down. It's dangerous out there. If you ain't careful, you lose an eye, or maybe even an arm. I seen it. I seen a fellow chop off another fellow's arm. He cut it off right at the shoulder. He had to work at it a while, but he cut it clean off. After that, the fellow looked down and saw his arm and started crying. He now more dangerous than the other fellow is with two arms, because he got less to lose. They got a lot of one-armed fellows walking around.
That's what Caesar can't understand. He don't understand that the people ain't got nothing to lose.
The problem with Caesar is that he think the people dumb. He think I'm dumb. The last person to go and think that is walking around with one eye and half an ear. My mama told me if you want to go and teach an old dog new tricks, you're going to need twice as many bones. Well, I got a pocket full of bones. I gave you sugar for sugar and salt for salt.
If you don't get along with me, it's your own damn fault. We fought that civil war against the law, and it ain't been taken care of yet.
You know about the Civil War? That was white people fighting and killing each other. I don't think you can imagine that. White people fighting and killing each other over the Union.
They still ain't got it right. They still fighting with each other. They still mad at each other.
I didn't even know what the Union was until I saw the soldiers. They came walking around in their uniforms and said, "We are Union soldiers." And then they asked if we could help them.
We knew all of the back swamps. We knew all the back roads. We knew how to connect them up.
And they said they needed that. They said that the colored man had a right to life. Said that they was fighting against slavery. I asked them, what took you so long? My daddy fought against slavery all his life. They said, well, we have guns. I turned around and looked, and I saw these great big old cannons. That's when I knew a lot of people were going to die when I saw them cannons. They was real serious. I knew all of them cannons wasn't on account of me. If they were fighting for themselves. And if that would help them, that would help us.
They never said they was going to help us. They said the Civil War was supposed to help us. After that, it was every man for himself.
I said, you get what's in it for you, I get what's in it for me. You get yours, I get mine, and we'll settle the difference later. We still settling it.
I see you out here making all that noise. Now what you doing sitting there?
Well, I just came to say goodbye on my way back down here.
Mr. Citizen is going to the City of Bones. He's gonna need some help getting on the boat. Go on and help. Take Mr. Citizen to the City of Bones before you go.
Oh no, man. My sister can't wait. If I gotta go now.
Well, I know you want to help your sister. But I know you don't want to leave Mr. Citizen to fend for himself. Now that's not the solid two kings I know.
All right. But I got to get going on. I plan on being in Wheeling, West Virginia by morning.
Eli, put on that nightlight. Where's Blackberry? Get Blackberry. Come on, Mr. Citizen. Now, hold on to these two pins. You're gonna need them. Johnson Gray was supposed to give you a piece of eye. But you ain't got that. You're gonna have to go without it. I'm gonna make you strong. That's like Samson had. His strength wasn't in his head. His strength was in a piece of iron that made him strong of heart. God found favor with him. You got to see if God found favor with you without that iron.
Here. Put this in your pocket. Now you got some iron. That Jilson Grant ain't the only one that got some iron. That piece of chain brought me luck many times. Go ahead. Tuck that straight here in your pocket.
Ready, Mr. Citizen?
Y'all ready?
See this boat, Mr. Citizen? It's called the Gem of the Ocean. You gonna take a ride on that boat. Come on, Black Mary, Eli, Solid. Mr. Citizen is going to the City of Bones. Now, you hold on to that boat, Mr. Citizen. They're going to help us get on the boat. Never not need enough help on the boat. Whatever you do, don't drop that boat. You hold on to that boat and everything going to be all right. Oh, what a day.
Go to the city of bones. Go to the city of bones.
Oh, what a day.
Go to the city of bones. Go to the city of bones.
We're going to the city.
Go to the city of bones. Go to the city of bones.
Oh, what a day.
Go to the city of bones. Go to the city of bones.
Oh, what a beautiful scene, Mr. Citizen. It's a sight like you ain't never seen. All the palaces glittering with the light of the sun. You ever seen a boat, Mr. Citizen? A boat is made of a lot of things. Wood, rope, sails, look like bed sheets blowing in the wind. They make a snap when the wind catches them. Oh, a boat is something. It take a lot of men to make a boat. It take a lot of men to sail a boat. It was some brave men. They left their families and didn't know if they was ever going to see them again. They got on that boat and went out into the world. The world a dangerous place, Mr. Citizen. It got a lot of harms in it. It take God to master the world. The world is a rough place. But there's gold out there in the world. There's good luck out there in the world. Then got on that boat and went out there looking for it. Remember when I told you you was going to take a ride on that boat? The wind rise up and carry you across the water. The wind will carry you every which way. Now, you're going to need a steer on to drive that boat. Can't you feel it, Mr. Citizen? Can't you feel it just a-rocking and a-rocking and a-rocking? And the wind blowing. Can you feel the north wind?
Gotta watch out for that north wind.
The north wind got a mind of its own.
You can't breathe, man.
Best you can do is go and outrun it. What you say, Black Mary?
It's like Satan. He's gonna have his way with you.
You gotta know what to do.
Just a rockin' and a rockin', and the wind blowing and the birds following that boat. The birds follow whenever it goes. What is they following for, Mr. Citizen? The wind snap. The sails and the birds following the boat. birds following and singing, and the fish swimming, and the wind blowing.
I feel the moving. The boat's moving. And the land is moving farther away.
You see the sky?
I see the sky.
What color is it?
It's a blue color up close. But farther along is gray.
That blue is the skyline. That gray means trouble. That gray ain't supposed to be there. Whatever you do, Mr. Citizen, don't drop that boat. You hold on to that boat and everything gonna be all right. Do you see any stairs, Mr. Citizen? If you see some stairs, we can go down into the bottom. I've been to the bottom of the boat. Look and see if you see any stairs, we can go down into the bottom. Now, if it starts to rock, you got to be careful.
I see the stairs.
Come on, Mr. Citizen, let's go down into the bottom. Be careful you don't fall.
It's dark down here.
I got a home in the graveyard. Going down to the graveyard. Going down to the graveyard.
And I hear people talking.
Down to the graveyard.
You know what they saying? Do you hear what they saying?
It sounds like they singing.
They singing.
They sang Remember Me. Oh! I'm chasing the boat. Somebody get me to the boat. Somebody help me.
What about people? Do you see any people?
I don't see no people.
Look close. Do you see any people? Look real close now.
I see the people. They're chained to the boat.
Them people got some powerful gods, Mr. Citizen. But he ain't on the boat with them. They don't know who to call them on their own. God don't call on no one man. God listens to the all. We need all the people. The people you see is without God, Mr. Citizen. When we get to the city of bones, I'm going to show you what happens when the people call on God with one voice. God, beautiful splendors.
They all got my face. They all look like me.
Breathe deep, take a deep breath. Look at me, Mr. Citizen, look at me.
People, I'm not on the boat. Where am I?
You're on the boat, you're going to the city of bones,
No.
Mr. Citizen, get your boat. You threw away your boat. Get your boat. You can't get to the city of bones without your boat, Mr. Citizen. Get your boat, Mr. Citizen.
You can't go without your boat.
No. Sir! The stars! Where are the stars? I'm thirsty. I need some water.
There is no water, Mr. Citizen. All you got is your chain link. Water was lost overboard. The captain took what was left and set out on a small boat. Was a mean man. Was a selfish man. Captain of the gem of the ocean. He took all the water and left his crew to die. But they survived. They followed the law of the sea. Life is above all. So live, Mr. Citizen. Live your life to the fullest. You got a duty to life. So live, Mr. Citizen. Live. Ooh, what a beautiful city.
There it is. The buildings and everything is made of bone. Hair bones, leg bones, rear bones. And the streets is made of silver. The trees and everything is made of bone. The trees and everything is made of bone.
Do you see the people with their tongues on fire?
I don't see no people.
Do you see the gate, Mr. Citizen?
I see the gate.
There are 12 gates, Mr. Citizen.
And there are 12 gatekeepers. You gotta get through the gatekeepers to get into the city.
There are 12 ways to enter into the city. You got your 2 pennies? Where are your 2 pennies? Now, if you got your 2 pennies, you can enter into the city. If you enter into the city, you can see my mother. And all the people with their tongues on fire, dressed in all their splendors. It's a sight like you ain't never seen.
I got my 2 pennies.
Then you gotta pay the gatekeeper your passage and he'll let you into the city. Do you see the gatekeeper?
I see him.
Tell him your name and he'll write it down in the book. Then you gotta pay him your passage.
Citizen Barlow, and I got my 2 pennies. He will let me pass.
Who is the gatekeeper, Mr. Citizen? Is it someone you know? What is it, Mr. Citizen? Who do you see?
The gatekeeper. The gatekeeper's carried down the mountain and jumped in the river.
To tell him, Mr. Citizen, the truth has to stand in the light. You got to get your soul washed.
How come he didn't come out the water? He was supposed to come out the water.
You got to tell him, Mr. Citizen, or you'll never be right with yourself. Peter denied Jesus 3 times. I don't think you'll get lucky like Peter to have 3 chances. You got to tell him now.
It was me. I done it. My name is Citizen Barlow, and I stole a bucket and a half. The gate's open.
It's okay.
Oh, where am I?
You're at Aunt Esther's house. Everything is all right.
I see the city. I was in the boat. There's people in the boat. And Jesus, everything is made well.
You made it back. It's all right. Everything's going to be all right.
You made it back.
Back from the city of bones. Back from the city of bones.
You made it back.
Back from the city of bones. Back from the city of bones.
You made it
Back
back.
from the city of bones. Back. It's a peaceful house. Hey, Eli. I see Solly here.
Solly, you didn't know somebody seen you when you set fire to that mill. You didn't know that. But you thought she was gonna get away with it. You can't do nothing like that and get away with it. You are under arrest. I'm under God's gun, mother. That's what I'm under. I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna catch him if I gotta chase him clear up to Canada. Bust me in my goddamn knee. You can't do nothing like that and get away with it. I gotta get my justice.